Good morning, everybody. It's just going to be me, Leonard, in an orientation, which I found out 2 weeks ago because Messenger is crashed, IT is crashed, Facebook's crashed, almost like Armageddon in Facebook meta world. But yes, we'll go over that. There was 3 tags total in the NFL yesterday, which is crazy with how many people they were rumoring were going to be tagged. We'll talk about that and much more. Right now, let's enjoy that intro.
Charles here locally in the community. Make sure y'all go check out Meat Cat Body by Jeremy Smokkin.
Good morning, men. It is I, Smoking Jeremy B. About ready to show my ugly mug right here because with the face for radio, but a voice for TV. How's everybody doing this morning? Yes, Meta has crashed. About 30 minutes ago, everything went down. I literally was responding to a friend on Instagram. Next thing you know, it said couldn't send. Next thing you know, everybody that was active went blank. Then next thing you know, I was logged out of Meta. I was logged out of everything Meta, Facebook, Messenger, IG, all of it. It just crashed. So, hey, we're social media free today on accident. Let's say March 5th is Meta Liberation Day. Time to look out on Twitter and all the other social medias out there. But how's everybody doing today? I hope Leonard's orientation goes great. We got Paul Jones, Rick Sakat, Brent, Henry Gray. All of y'all are in. But yeah, I don't think it makes sense to trade for Snead. Um, You'd have to give up a minimum of 1, 2, possibly more. Von Doom is at his orientation for Pepsi. Paul Jones, now I really have to talk to people. Thanks, Meta. Yeah, I know. I feel the same way. How crazy is that? All of Meta just went, Zuckerberg's doing great, ain't he? But let's see. Legarius Sneed tagged. T. Higgins tagged. What's Meta? That is the new brand for Facebook, Instagram, and Messenger. Ricky Sakat, I know. I was there too. But at least I'm able to still go live. It says I'm going live into those destinations. It's got the check mark, so I'm gonna let it run there. People will be able to watch it later. I'm quite sure sometime soon it'll all come back up, and next thing you know, you'll get 3 million messages. Yep, the entire server for Meta is down. It's nationwide. It was just put across the news. Nationwide crash. Who would have thunk it? That means it's worldwide, technically, because it's based here in the United States. Worldwide, there are scammers everywhere going, I can't talk to my people in America and give money. Ugh. Well, let's go check what the NFL news is this morning. Anybody interested in knowing what's going on in the world today other than Facebook, Meta, IG, and everything else has crashed? At least Google still works. Glad they're a separate entity. Yeah, Bengals T. Higgins, L'Jarius Sneed, Brian Burns, Josh Allen, Bubba Baker, Gus Edwards, and Justin Matabuke did not get tagged. Rook Ohoro, however you say his name, we could get him. I think Chop Robinson's going in the top 10 to 50, top 10 to 20. I I don't see them falling. Um, the interesting one is Jerzon Newton because of the play of a couple of tackles, he might actually fall to us. A guy that statistically and has the game film to be the number one DT in the draft, and he could actually end up falling. The Evans contract sets the tone moving forward for guys like St. Brown. Well, St. Brown has been just as consistent as Mike Evans since he hit his first 1,000 yard. It's back to back, and he's only getting better. And 26 to 28 is the rumored amount that was told after incentives. And I think that's right where it's going to fall. And I think it's going to be a 5 to 7 year deal. I seriously think he's going for the long term deal. He doesn't want to be here short time. He said repeatedly over and over again, St. Brown wants to be a Lion for life. Jerzon Newton would be great. The only problem is Ali McNeil just established himself as a DT1 on the team, and Jerzon Newton is a DT1. It has to do with that whole clash of wills thing that I talked about, which Isaiah Buggs thought he played better last year than Aleem did and should have been the DT1. And that's what all of that controversy was about with him, is what I found out. And AG wasn't having it. Aleem McNeil is our DT1. We drafted him to be that 3 years ago now. So that's a deal I want done. Because right now, if you pay him off of his performance, he's a mid-tier DT1, and you can get him a lot cheaper than if you let him play out this contract and have to re-sign him next year. Man, it feels weird. It feels weird talking all this right now. Only got 6 people watching, and guess what? I guarantee you they're all on YouTube and Twitter. That's it. It's the first time ever I've seen zeros across the board in all of the Facebook metrics. So go ahead, hit those likes, people. That helps us out, even on YouTube. Um, the algorithm on YouTube is much different than it is on Facebook. It has to do with likes, shares, and watches. It it's less about everything else. Even though no one's there, we are still going live into the Facebook servers of my profile, Lions Villain Squad, Detroit Lions on the Prowl, and the Motor City Kneecap Biters pages, respectively. I am live right now on YouTube on my channel, Kneecap Biting with the Motor City Lions, and also on Main Event uh, Football Talk 365. And also my Twitter is active. Because like I said, somebody's there watching and I appreciate it. You know, this is just proof that the social media world is taking over. The fact that this is what everybody's concerned about is the Facebook and Instagram and Meta stuff rather than what's going on in the world. But I love the fact that you guys are here talking football with me. Fred Peterson's AOL again. Fruity Fred hasn't been in the chat for 2 days. I think he got mad at his nickname Saturday. Yes, Dwayne King. Good morning to all. Let's go. Detroit Lions, one pride. Kings of the North Division Championship title. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. Yes, we are the Kings of the North. Because if the Vikings can claim it after a very fraudulent 13-win season, we should be able to have it after a very great 12-5 season. Just saying. 11 of their wins were by less than a touchdown. Do you think Darius Robinson could? It very well could happen. He had a very subpar. If he'd have tested, because remember his first 3 years in at Missouri, he played D tackle. If he would have shown up at the combine as a D tackle, he'd be considered one of the best D tackles out there. But because he tested, there he is. Fred Peterson makes it in. It is a great day to be a Lion One Pride. Good morning, sir. Von Doom is over there at orientation at Pepsi. So he has a very valid reason on why he's not here. And I'm not even mad at him for it. I'm proud of him. Lion King for real in the house. What's going on, my brother? So now that the combine is over, who do I think Brad goes for in round one? The one that is the best fit, not only by talent, but for the locker room. That's why they do those interviews there. I was in bed at 9. Weekend kicked my ass. All right. Good luck vibes to Von Doom. Well, he got the job. He's going to be doing that whole setting up the sales displays and stuff at stores in his region. Good luck to him. Yes, absolutely. It's a job he's well needed. He was a cable guy doing internet for Xfinity, but he tore his shoulder, so he basically couldn't do his job anymore. And they basically said, "Well, we're not going to keep paying you short-term disability." You're fine, Fred. You know, I never fault anybody for not watching a show live because 9 times out of 10, all of y'all check them out after the fact. The ones that don't come on in the morning, they check them out at night. I appreciate every single view I get, whether it's live or not, because that doesn't matter with YouTube. What matters is the watches, period. But I enjoy it while we're live because I get to talk to you gentlemen right now in the time that you put the comments up. I try to make it that way. Right now, it sounds like Jerzon Newton is that dog. If you look at everything he told Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes this weekend, and he didn't work out at the combine. Hey, Fred, like I said, I'm good. I'm good. Whether you watch it live or you watch it later, I just like talking to y'all live because that makes it fun, especially when we can talk shit. Like Leonard talking about Galladay. You know how much he loves his Kenny Galladay. Oh my God, I just saw the worst post ever by a girl. What a Twitter. There's no news as to how long it'll be down Dwayne Keene. It is a nationwide server crash, possibly worldwide. Oh, got a call. It's main event Mike. Yes, sir. Facebook is down nationwide. Yes. Yeah, I thought I got booted from it and I looked and I saw a news feed saying that it is down nationwide. I'm live right now. Yes, sir. I went live. I'm still going into YouTube because the show must go on. We schedule it at 11 a.m. I go live at 11 a.m. Oh, we got Brent, we got Dwayne King, we got the Lion King, we got all of them in here. Ricky Saccati even went over on the YouTube side. It still says I'm going live into Facebook. The servers are right. The show must go on. Absolutely. Yeah, no problem. It is nothing we did or you guys did. Bye. Like I said, the show must go on. We have a scheduled show. YouTube is still here. People will still watch us. Hey, all, yeah, what I said, all of you guys were here. You was like, tell them I said hi. Goodbye. See you later. Main Event Mike was starting to freak out. Him and Russ were like, "Oh my god, I can't get on Facebook," because they were getting ready to do their morning post before they do their show this afternoon. Uh, I am happy to say that I will not miss due to a server failure. Is all the usual YouTubers. Yeah, except Ricky joined us on the YouTube side. I'm proud of him. I wonder when we're gonna see everybody else. Yeah, the YouTube I like the YouTube side better because the Facebook side lags already because it goes all the way to the West Coast and back. Von Doom posted he had on Facebook that he has a man crush on Galladay and the internet imploded. Oh, Ricky Sakat says broken servers will not stop me ever. I think it's because my ex-wife unblocked me. That happened just before the server went down. I thought I was gonna get to see my son. I haven't seen in 14 years. Facts. Let's not go into that stuff. You know, pain is pain. Life is life. If life was meant to be easy, it wouldn't be a four-letter word, just like work. We all must go on. We all must do what we have to do. That being said, guess what team is voted? What's your honest thoughts, JB? Do you think Brad will draft a CB in the first round? Brent, I'm not saying he won't, but I hope not. Safeties seem to have a better transition into the NFL. Henry Gray. Oh, my sexiness broke the internet. I love it. I think it's because my last profile pic, I smiled with teeth. Oh, but the Lions have the number one fan game day experience across the NFL, voted by everybody. Smoke, give the show enough skinny on Mr. Goff future with the Lions as per your sources. Uh, my sources is I just listen to what Brad Holmes says and what Jeff Risdon says. Jeff Risdon and Tim Twentyman are the only NFL insiders I trust. So Jeff Risdon broke on his progress. All right, Ricky. Yeah, I love it. But let me tell you exactly what I heard. Jeff Risdon came out and said that Goff will not be extended and he's okay with playing out the last year of his contract to be A, either franchise tagged if he has a successful season, or B, search a bet for a better contract somewhere else after this season, which means he has taken on the role of mentorship for a rookie that is meant to replace him. And when Jeff Risdon says something like that, and he did an interview the day before his Friday podcast when he posted that with Jared Goff, I think his source was Jared Goff. Nowhere did they say they're trading Jared Goff or any of that. That means Jared Goff is our starter this year, and then we may move on without him next year. And with what we need to, I like Adam also when he posts things. Also, yes, Adam is good, but Tim Twentyman and Jeff Risdon are the two most trusted sources as reporters in the local area. So I tend to trust them a little bit more than Adam Schefter. Adam Schefter has posted shit way prior to what it's doing and cost us getting trade offers. like the whole Carry On Johnson thing. Granted, we might have only got a snack size bag of chips and a fountain pop for him, but we'd have got something instead of just waving him because he broke the fact that if the Lions don't get a trade offer, they'll waive him 2 hours before we said we were even putting him on the trade block, which meant they had a mole in 2021 in the Lions locker room. They were feeling out there. And Tim Twentyman has a huge following, as does Jeff Risdon in his Detroit Lions podcast. Right. Yep. Saquon Barkley will be a free agent, but we don't need him. Anybody that thinks we need a better running back room didn't pay attention last year. Our running back room is fine. All we need is a depth piece in case of injury. That's it. We don't need a Saquon Barkley. Yeah, we had a little bit of it up. Dan usually puts it up as his background during the show, and he'll show different pieces while he's here. But yeah, the new merch is going to be dope. We also got a new "Fuck the Bears" with the little stick figure guy screwing the Bears logo. Yeah, there are 9 decent NFL QBs. That means that they are day 1 and day 2 worthy. And it looks like Facebook is coming back up now. I don't want you to switch though. I like y'all right here. This is great. Hey, I got one watching on Facebook now. Must be Dan Davis. Uh, Josh Jacobs wasn't tagged. I mean, there's some great talent coming out there. Every team has the chance to get a lot better all of a sudden, if you ask me. It is why I said it's going to be hard to repeat getting to the NFC Championship game, but we should repeat as division championship champion. It's going to be easier for the Bears to trade that pick than it is to trade Fields. I've been saying this for weeks. Detroit fan man, it's rumors. I haven't heard anything from Bad or Alan Park saying that we're getting those. So I think it's all a smokescreen created by the media. I haven't heard that we're trading for either one of those guys. And with Chidobe Awuzie not being tagged as predicted because they tagged T. Higgins, if we can get Chidobe Awuzie for a fraction of that and not give up any draft capital. And I like that idea better because he's mostly his own corner. And he's a free agent. Or you can get Fuller. What's my pick at 29? I think he's going to end up falling. It's either going to be Jerzon Newton or Darius Robinson. He could even fall into the second round. But if all the good DTs are gone, it's Darius Robinson for me. I would go corner in the second or third round, in my opinion. The bust rate in the second and third round is way less than it is in the first round because you're not putting that misnomer that they have to be great right out of the box. The fact that Brian Branch fell to the second round, it kind of feeds into my whole thing. Take one in the second round or third round because somebody will fall. And like I said, I think Darius Robinson would have looked better testing with the D tackles than with D ends because as a D tackle, his RAS score goes up to a 7.8. As a DN, his RAS score falls down below 5. So he's a tweener because he played 3 years at DT before he switched to defensive end his senior year. What would our first pick, defense or defense? Unless all the great defensive players are gone at 29, you have a chance to get somebody like Jackson Powers Johnson or Graham Barton, who are the two better of the interior O linemen than Cooper Beebe. Then you take one of them. That's it. That's the only thing I'm taking if everybody's gone on defense. Way less of a bust rate on that in the later first round anyway. I mean, 62% of your first round picks bust on an average. I mean, out of the 32 teams, 18 of them get it wrong every year. 18. In a perfect world, you know who falls to us? Jerzon Newton. That would be the best thing that could happen because with him being a rookie, he can't expect to be a DT1 coming into the league. And the coaching staff would let him know, hey, that's our DT1. You want it, earn it. In free, but it all depends on what happens between next Monday and Wednesday and who the Lions sign with their cap room they do have. And like I said, take off the 18 million for the draft picks. We got approximately 40 million to work with. If they don't want a top flight guy, they're not trading for either one of those guys, and they won't sign Uzier, and they'll go for a guy a little bit older for a little bit less, like Fuller, which would be fine too. What was the Jerzon Newton quote regarding meeting MCDC and staff? He says, "I'm gonna fuck with them because they fuck with me." That was his quote. Yep. And like I said, with him not doing a combine, what does that mean? Because they were in there and asking him the right questions that he wanted to hear. He's happy if he comes here. That's what it means. Darius Robinson is the one that grew up a Lions fan and was moved to Edge his senior year. He actually graduated from Canton down there. And Lion King, you're absolutely right. I don't see number 2 coming back because that deal should have already been announced by now. And so Melifonwu is here. Tracy Walker is now a free agent because it cleared up some cap room, which we needed. The only other move that clears up cap room, and it kind of makes sense right now because he didn't play up to the contract he was given after the performance he had his first year here, is John Kaminsky. Charles Harris isn't getting re signed, which we kind of knew that. I pray to God they cut Will Harris. Yeah, people are still freaking out, still trying to get in. Oh, look, I'm in. Facebook is back up. Lots of poachable players on KFL teams. It's Orlando Escorbano Jr. Facebook's back, people. If Orlando's in, Facebook's back. Oh, hallelujah. I like 25. Sorry, man. He my dog. The only interception he has in his career was tipped up by Isaiah Buggs, another guy off the team. Um, Will Harris is just like Benito Jones. Once every 100 snaps, he has a great play. Two guys I want gone. Amazing. Facebook crashes and comes back quicker than the worldwide company AT&T because AT&T isn't worth as much as Facebook, Instagram, and all of that. IG isn't back yet. Hey, best remember, no day is guaranteed, Brent. It has nothing to do with whether Jesus comes back. I've lost a kid, you know, so I look at life way differently now. That's why I say what I say at the end of every show. It's because I truly mean it. I really want us all to try to make the world a better place because the world is a shit show right now. Faith, family, and football. It's all we got. You have to have faith in something. And if you can't make a God, you might as well make it your football team, right? We old timers know how to function without social media. Absolutely. Orlando Escribano. So Aaron Jones didn't get the tag. So he's more than likely a free agent because he'll be a cap casualty because it's going to save them 7 million to get rid of him. Um, are they going to re-sign AJ Dillon? We don't know. I own a cell store. How many? Oh, Orlando. I'm going to be honest. I actually started out as a cell phone salesman in '91, back when Cell One sold the blocks of time for business lines, and then had the regular packages. I was one of the cellular resellers, Cell One airtime back then, and the money was so much better than it is now because to get 250 minutes, you had to pay $60 a month. Remember those days? And wait for your free nights and weekends to be able to talk for everybody. Well, Fred, Brent, anybody who's leaving, thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. The website is coming soon. We'll have a link right in here. Um, the TikTok store is up, but I'm afraid that might be down right now too because God, Facebook is horrible. I own antique phones. I probably got a few here you used to sell. The old StarTech flip phone, the one that actually looked like the communicator from the original Star Trek. Let's see, the brick phone that looked like the tricorder. Sucker was like carrying a 2 pound lead weight next to your head. Bunch of the bag phones. Phones were huge. Everybody wanted them installed in their cars. Man, it's great to see that we're coming back 35 minutes into the show and Facebook has rejoined the live network. Woohoo! That being said, I'm going to talk about my sponsors. And then you guys let me know what you want to talk about while I'm getting this done. There's our favorite sponsor. It's FTP. No, it's not the florist. It's free the puppies. No, it's fuck the Packers. That's awesome, Orlando. Then, of course, Glossing the Ground, my guy at 409 Hamilton and Street in Saginaw, 989-443-9240. Call and schedule your appointment to get your window tinting or your auto detailing done. Make that whip ready for the summer. Then you ain't got to worry about the swamp ass because it's too hot in there. And last but not least, my guys, where I work, they pay me, and they pay well. I'm in management. I'm not the guy that puts them on, but I do help them. Brandon Service, new and used tires at a great price. We're not trying to get rich off of one person. We're trying to get rich off of everybody. Our will beat almost everybody in Genesee County. 602 West Atherton Road, corner of South Grand Traverse and West Atherton Road, 810-233-8230. Come see me in the afternoons or George in the mornings to take care of all your tire needs. You know, the Motorola T1000. Oh my goodness. The top of the line back then was Motorola and Nokia, if I remember right. Everything else was kind of meh. Nokia had the first cool handheld non-flip phones, but the problem was they were so skinny they never stayed in your pocket. So you're better off to put them in a shirt pocket as long as you wore a jacket. Nextel was cool. Yeah, Moto was king for a long time. It was Moto and Nokia. Then Nextel came out, and that's when all the other manufacturers with their push to talk, like a walkie-talkie back in the day. I need to bring that back. That was more fun. You know what was not fun? Decoding the messages for letters, numbers for letters to try and figure out what they were trying to do. The only reason Nextel shut down was 911. Yep, because they used push to talk to set it off, right? Can't tell me any different. Well, gentlemen, it's another slow news day. Hopefully, we hear finish up this patty whacking. I love it, FTP. Flush the pooper. Yep, terrorists all use Nextels. It has been my pleasure to talk to you, gentlemen, today. And again, try every day to be a better person than you were the day before. It's the only way to make the world a better place. Unless you're talking to your rival fan bases, then it's fuck the Bears, fuck the Skull, and fuck the Packers. Have a great day. Till tomorrow, 11 a.m., I will be back. Y'all have a great day, gentlemen. Peace, love, and chicken grease.